not with your ex. It is not with that person who did you wrong. It is not even with that hater who has been running their mouth about you. The biggest fight you will ever have is with you. It is you versus you. And that is the fight most people are losing every single day. See, here is where most people mess up. They are so busy watching what everybody else is doing that they crash their own car. You are looking left, looking right, checking who got what, who is going where, who just bought this, who just did that. And you are wondering why you keep hitting walls. You are wondering why you feel stuck, why you feel frustrated, and why you feel like you are not making progress. It is because your eyes are on everybody else's road instead of your own. I learned this the hard way. There was a time in my life when I was so consumed with what other people were doing that I could not even focus on my own blessings. I was scrolling through social media, seeing people post their wins, their vacations, their new cars, their promotions. And every time I saw someone else winning, I felt like I was losing. But that was a lie. That was a trap. Because what they were showing me was their highlight reel, not their behind the scenes. Stay in your lane. What God has for you is for you. It has got your name on it. Nobody can take what is meant for you, but you can miss it by being distracted by everybody else's journey. You can walk right past your own blessing because you are too busy staring at someone else's door. Your lane is the only lane that matters because it is the only lane that leads to your destiny. Stop comparing your chapter 3 to somebody else's chapter 20. You do not know what they went through in their chapter 3. You do not know how many times they fell. You do not know how many nights they cried. You do not know how many times they wanted to quit. You are seeing the result without knowing the process. And when you compare your beginning to someone else's middle, you are setting yourself up for disappointment. The thing about comparison is that it steals your joy. It makes you ungrateful for what you have. It makes you blind to your own progress. You could be doing amazing things, making real strides, growing in ways you never imagined. But if you are constantly measuring yourself against someone else, you will never feel like it is enough. You will always feel behind. You will always feel lacking. Focus on your story. Focus on your journey. Focus on the progress you are making, no matter how small it seems. Because the truth is, you are running a race that only you can run. There is no competition. There is no comparison. There is only you becoming the best version of yourself, one day at a time. That is what this is about. That is what you versus you means. When you finally understand that your only competition is who you were yesterday, everything changes. The pressure lifts, the anxiety fades, the jealousy disappears. Because now you are not trying to beat anybody else. You are just trying to be better than you were before. And that is a fight you can win every single day if you stay focused on your own lane. I am going to say something that might sting a little bit, but I am saying it because I love you. Your past is not your prison unless you keep returning to the cell. Some of you are carrying stuff from 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Stuff people said, stuff people did, mistakes you made, and you are dragging all that weight into your today. You are hauling those bags everywhere you go, wondering why you are so tired all the time. Here is the thing about the past. It already happened. It is done. It is finished. You cannot change it. You cannot undo it. You cannot go back and say the thing you should have said or do the thing you should have done. It is over. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner you can start living in your present and building your future. But so many people refuse to let go. They replay the same memories over and over again, like a movie they cannot stop watching. They rehearse the same hurts, the same disappointments, the same failures. And every time they replay it, they feel the pain all over again. They are not just remembering it, they are reliving it. And that is no way to live. You cannot run toward your future with chains around your ankles. At some point, you have got to put it down. Not because it did not hurt, not because it did not matter, but because your destiny is forward, not backward. You cannot drive a car by only looking in the rearview mirror. You will crash. You have to look ahead. You have to keep your eyes on where you are going, not where you have been. You versus you means forgiving yourself for what you did not know back then. It means permitting yourself to become someone new. It means understanding that the person who made those mistakes is not the person you are today. You have grown, you have learned, you have changed, and you deserve to move forward without the weight of who you used to be holding you down. Some of you need to forgive other people too, not for their sake, but for yours. Holding on to unforgiveness is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to get sick. It does not work. It only hurts you. It only keeps you stuck. It only gives that person or that situation power over your present and your future. Let it go. Release it. Set yourself free. The past taught you lessons. Take the lessons and leave the pain. Take the wisdom and leave the regret. Take the growth and leave the guilt. Your past is part of your story, but it is not your whole story. The best chapters are still ahead of you, and you will never get to read them if you keep going back to reread the ones that already ended. A lot of people are not going to like this, but everything that is happening in your life, you have got to own it. I know that sounds harsh. I know there are circumstances beyond your control. I know some things happened to you that were not your fault. I know life is not fair. But here is the truth that most people do not want to hear. You are still responsible for how you respond. But you do not understand. My childhood was difficult. I hear you. But the economy is bad. I understand, but my job, my relationship, my circumstances are holding me back. I get it. I really do. Life has a way of throwing obstacles at us that we never asked for, never deserved, and never saw coming. That is real. That is valid. But let me ask you something important. Who is waking up in your body every single morning? Who is making your choices? Who is deciding what you eat, what you watch, who you spend time with, and how you spend your money? Who is deciding whether to complain or take action? Who is deciding whether to stay stuck or make a move? You. It is you. It has always been you. And until you take full responsibility, not blame, but responsibility, you will never have the power to change anything. There is a difference between fault and responsibility. Something might not be your fault, but it is still your responsibility to deal with it. If someone crashes into your car, it is not your fault, but it is your responsibility to get it fixed. If someone breaks your heart, it is not your fault, but it is your responsibility to heal. Life is not about what happens to you. It is about what you do with what happens to you. When you blame other people, you give them control over your life. Think about that. Every time you say someone else is the reason you cannot succeed, you are handing them your power. You are saying they determine your future. You are saying they have more control over your destiny than you do. Is that really what you believe? Is that really the truth? Or is it just easier than taking responsibility? Take your power back. Start making decisions that serve your future. Start taking actions that align with your goals. Start owning your life, all of it, the good and the bad, the wins and the losses, the successes and the failures. Because when you own it, you can change it. When you own it, you can grow from it. When you own it, you become the author of your own story instead of a character in someone else's. Responsibility is not a burden. It is a gift. It means you have the power to shape your life. It means you are not a victim of circumstances. It means you have agency, you have choice, you have control. That is freedom. That is empowerment. That is what it means to truly live. So stop pointing fingers. Stop making excuses. Start taking ownership. That is how you win the you versus you battle. Listen, not everybody can go with you where you are going. And I know that is hard. I know some of these people are family. Some of them you have known your whole life. Some of them you have history with. Some of them you love deeply. But if they are draining you, if they are always negative, if every time you share a dream they tell you why it will not work, if they bring out the worst in you instead of the best, you have got to create some distance. This is not about being mean. This is about being wise. You can love people from a distance. You can pray for people and still protect your peace. You can care about someone and still recognize that they are not good for your growth. These things are not contradictory. They are necessary because the people you surround yourself with have a direct impact on who you become. Show me your friends and I will show you your future. That is not just a saying. That is a fact. The people you spend the most time with influence your thinking, your habits, your beliefs, and your actions. If you are constantly around people who are negative, who are stuck, who are going nowhere, you are going to start thinking like them. You are going to start acting like them. You are going to start becoming like them. In the fight of you versus you, you cannot afford to have people in your corner who are secretly hoping you lose. You cannot afford to have people who clap for you in public but criticize you in private. You cannot afford to have people who smile in your face but do not really want to see you succeed. You need people who genuinely support you, who challenge you to be better, who believe in you even when you do not believe in yourself. Letting go of people is painful. I am not going to pretend it is easy. Some of these relationships have been in your life for years. Some of these people have been there through everything, but growth requires pruning. A tree cannot grow to its full height if dead branches are weighing it down. Sometimes you have to cut off what is cutting you down so that new things can grow. Pay attention to how you feel when you are around certain people. Do you feel energized or drained? Do you feel inspired or discouraged? Do you feel lifted or put down? Your energy does not lie. Your body knows the truth, even when your mind tries to make excuses. If someone consistently makes you feel bad about yourself, that is a sign. If someone consistently brings chaos into your life, that is a sign. Listen to those signs. Protect your circle like you protect your future, because they are connected. The people you allow into your life today are shaping the person you will become tomorrow. Choose wisely. Be intentional. Surround yourself with people who make you better, who push you forward, who believe in the vision you have for your life. Those are the people who belong in your corner. Those are the people who deserve your time and energy. Let me ask you something. How much money did you spend on yourself this month? And I do not mean clothes. I do not mean shoes. I do not mean eating out. I do not mean entertainment. I mean investing in yourself. Books, courses, seminars, coaching, therapy, skills. How much did you invest in becoming a better version of yourself? See, most people will spend $200 on a pair of sneakers, but will not spend $20 on a book that could change their life. Most people will spend hundreds on concert tickets, but will not invest in a course that could double their income. Most people will buy things that depreciate instead of investing in the one thing that appreciates themselves. You versus you means betting on yourself. It means saying, I am worth the investment. It means treating your growth like it matters, because it does. It matters more than the car you drive. It matters more than the clothes you wear. It matters more than the image you project, because all of those things are external. But who you are on the inside, what you know, what you can do, how you think, that is what determines the quality of your life. Read something every day. I do not care if it is 10 pages or 100 pages. Read something that stretches your mind, that challenges your thinking, that introduces you to new ideas. Leaders are readers. The most successful people in the world never stop learning. They are constantly growing, constantly evolving, constantly getting better. That is not a coincidence. That is a strategy. Learn something new every week, a new skill, a new perspective. The world is changing faster than ever before, and if you are not growing, you are falling behind. The skills that got you here might not be the skills that take you there. You have to keep learning. You have to keep adapting. You have to keep adding value to yourself. Work on yourself every single day, your mind, your body, your spirit. Go to therapy if you need it. Hire a coach if it helps. Exercise your body. Feed your soul. Do whatever it takes to become the best version of yourself, because nobody else is going to do it for you. Nobody else can do it for you. This is your responsibility. This is your journey. This is your investment to make. The best investment you will ever make is the one you make in you. It pays dividends for the rest of your life. It opens doors you cannot even see yet. It creates opportunities you cannot even imagine yet. Invest in yourself like your future depends on it, because it does. Your future self will thank you for every book you read, every course you took, every skill you learned, and every time you chose growth over comfort. I have heard every excuse in the book. And you know what? I have made every excuse in the book. I am too old. I am too young. I do not have the money. I do not have the time. I do not have the connections. I do not have the education. I am not smart enough. I am not talented enough. I am not lucky enough. The list goes on and on and on. Excuses are just fancy ways of saying I am scared. That is all they are. They are fear dressed up in reasonable clothing. They sound logical. They sound valid. They sound like real reasons, but when you peel back the layers, what you find underneath is fear. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown, fear of finding out what you are really capable of. And I get it, fear is real. It is powerful. It has stopped more dreams than failure ever has. But here is what I have learned. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is being scared to death and doing it anyway. Courage is feeling the fear and taking the step anyway. Courage is shaking, trembling, sweating, and still moving forward. Every excuse you make is a brick in the wall between you and your dreams. You are building that wall, not anybody else. Every time you say, I cannot, you add another brick. Every time you say it is too hard, you add another brick. Every time you say, maybe later or not right now, or I am not ready, you add another brick. And before you know it, the wall is so high you cannot even see over it anymore. The people who succeed are not the people without excuses. They have excuses too. They have fears too. They have reasons not to try too. But they choose not to listen. They choose to push through. They choose to bet on themselves anyway. That is the difference. It is not about not having excuses. It is about not letting them stop you. What excuse have you been telling yourself? What lies have you been believing? What story have you been repeating that is keeping you stuck? I want you to really think about that. Because of that excuse, that lie, that story, it is not protecting you, it is limiting you, it is keeping you small, it is robbing you of the life you could be living. Tear down the wall, brick by brick, excuse by excuse. Start challenging every reason you tell yourself you cannot do something. Start questioning every limitation you have accepted as truth. Because most of the time, those limitations are not real. They are just beliefs you picked up along the way. And if you pick them up, you can put them down. Now let us talk about sacrifice, because everybody wants success, but not everybody wants to pay the price. Everybody wants the result, but not everybody wants to go through the process. Everybody wants the destination, but not everybody wants to take the journey. And that is why so many people stay stuck. They want the reward without the work. You want the six-pack, but not the early mornings and the discipline. You want the business, but not the late nights and the risk. You want the relationship, but not the vulnerability and the work. You want the dream, but not the sacrifice. You want to be wealthy, but not the years of building and grinding. You want to be successful, but not the failures and setbacks that come with it. Let me tell you something. You cannot have what you have never had unless you are willing to do what you have never done. That is just the way it works. If you keep doing what you have always done, you will keep getting what you have always got. Something has to shift. Something has to be given up. Success is not free. It costs